Ever since I started this project, I have been wanting to be able to paint without having to hold my stuff in my hands, but I didn't find a way to do that without having to buy something online. However, today I came up with this solution that not only did I not need to buy anything new, but I also didn't need tools to build it. The main components of this easel are a wooden hanger, a tripod, a clipboard, and a rubber band. These are all items that you might already have at home or you could easily buy without having to break the bank. Now, the rest of the kit is personal and it's definitely not needed. I use this setup to be able to record what I'm painting as well as because that's what I already had. So don't limit yourself to what I did. Get creative and make your own. I'm sure that you can come up with your own perfect setup to be able to paint comfortably indoors or outdoors. But if you're curious and want to know exactly the things that I use, I will leave them in the description. Even though I didn't plan this project videos to be tutorial-like, I think that it is important for me to share the things that I find that made my life better and easier painting outdoors. One small thing that I want to mention is that this setup is not rock solid, but it is sturdy enough to hold a pad or a sketchbook and a palette, as you could see. I reckon that you could probably make this setup a bit more sturdy if you somehow attach the hanger to the legs of the tripod, but that could make the setup a little bit more clumsy and a little bit more difficult. But overall, I'm very happy with this new setup. I think I'm gonna be using it a lot. I'm waiting for a new tripod because a few days ago I managed to bend the legs on this one. So I'm curious how it's gonna be with a new tripod. That's enough about materials and tools, but if you have any further questions for me, just leave it in the comments below. But now moving on to something else I learned today, that I shouldn't try to finish a painting without reference. Today I was forced to go back indoors because it started raining. And since I didn't have an umbrella with me, because I never bring it because I never can actually hold it with my left hand, I reluctantly went back home. But definitely today's quote-unquote failure of this painting is not really that I didn't do a good job, it's just that I was basically using my head instead of my eyes to see and try to copy what I was seeing. But I think I will talk about that on tomorrow's video. Why shouldn't we trust our memory and what to do in these situations instead, as well as the one thing that I could have done better to prevent this from happening. So if that sounds like something you want to see, consider subscribing, and I'll see you tomorrow.